Urinary tract infections are extremely common. Around 1 in 2 women and 1 in 20 men will get a UTI in their lifetime. Plus, once you've had one UT challenge, you're way more susceptible to another in the future. That's why you just need Just Thrive's UT123. This product can actually prevent UTIs while maintaining your urinary tract health. UT123 targets both immediate and long-term relief. We've all heard to drink cranberry juice for your urinary tract, but did you know that for the full effects, you need the whole cranberry? Not just juice, but the skin, flesh, and even the seeds. Well, UT123 uses superior ingredients that utilizes the whole fruit. This supplement truly is the full package. So if you're someone who struggles with the constant urge to urinate, a burning feeling when you pee, pelvic pain, or just want to be proactive in your urinary health, Just Thrive is for you. Just Thrive is so confident you'll love their product that there is a 100% money-back guarantee on every purchase made through justthrivehealth.com. And for a limited time, you can save 20% off site-wide at justthrivehealth.com with promo code SEXWithEmily. That's justthrivehealth.com and use code SEXWithEmily for 20% off your order. You're going to love it. Listen, alcohol is just out in 2024. There is a rising trend of going alcohol-free or being sober curious, and alcohol, the truth is, it's just bad for you and can famously impair your sex life. So if you're looking for another way to unwind, relax, or just have fun, I cannot recommend Via's THC gummies enough. Via has gummies for every occasion. Whether it's to improve your sleep, I love their sleep gummies. I take them everywhere. Your mood or your focus. They even have an aphrodisiac gummy called High Love to boost my arousal levels. High Love has a unique blend of cannabinoids and aphrodisiac exotic herbs that are known for their libido enhancing effects. So I've been using Via for a while now, and I absolutely love them. They're a super trusted company. They use premium hemp, natural ingredients, and they're known for their premium indoor THCA flower. All their products are made here in the US. They got quick and discreet shipping to all 50 states, so you can all enjoy them, not to worry. And also super affordable. So head over to viahemp.com and use code Emily at checkout to save 15% off your order. That's VIAHEMP.com. Use code Emily at checkout for 15% off your order and let me know what you think.
Hey guys, can I ask you a question? How are your balls feeling right now? Are they super clean and dry? Does your partner complain or is not always willing to go downtown? If so, I've got something for you. I've just launched a new product called Down Under Comfort for my brand Emily & Tony. It's really unique. It's a cream to tapioca powder formula that is designed to keep men fresh and clean down under or wherever they need. And girls can use it too, under their breasts, their lower back, anywhere they want to stay fresh. So help keep this podcast free and your balls dry. Use code Emily to get 20% off your first purchase. Check them out today at emilyandtony.com. Trust me, and you're welcome.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's gotta have her standards. Oh my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com. Go there right now. You can listen to all of our podcasts, but most importantly, I've got a brand new report out called The 5 Biggest Mistakes Men Are Making in Bed and the 5 Biggest Mistakes Women Are Making in Bed. And I've been doing this show for 10 years. I figured, you know what? I can help a lot of people with this free report. So just go to my website, put in your email address. We will not share it, and you'll instantly get this free report, which is changing people's sex lives as we speak. Also, check out the podcast. Check out me on Twitter at Sex with Emily, and like me on Facebook, which is facebook.com/sexwithemily. We've got tons of new podcasts coming out every week. We've got stuff going on our website, videos. I've got a book, iPhone apps. Check it all out. I am here with my favorite co-host on the planet, Menace. Hi, Menace.
Hello, Emily. How have you been doing?
I've been doing very well. How have you been doing?
I'm doing good. I'm here in San Francisco. The weather is beautiful. Where did I go recently? I was somewhere. I forget. I don't know. I've been hanging out here. I'm going to Vegas soon and Disneyland soon. You know me. And I know real quick though, before I forget, I gotta shout out all our listeners that are on Snapchat. It's this Snapchat is this app. It's like this new like social networking app.
Okay.
That I've been using, and I've been bombarded by Sex with Emily listeners.
What is it, Snapchat?
It's crazy.
Should we talk offline about what it is? But okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Just real quick, if you don't know what it is, it was kind of popular. It got kind of popular because people would send naked photos of each other on it.
Oh, Jesus.
But,
okay.
I mean, that wasn't its intended use. But what happens is it's, you can send a photo or a video to somebody, and it's only 10 seconds long. So once you watch it, it disappears after 10 seconds.
Oh, we've heard about this.
So that's
okay.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
Anyways,
okay, go ahead.
So anyways, I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to start using it. And Emily, I talk about it on the radio. For every time I talk about Instagram or Facebook, I'll get like a couple followers. Every time I mention Snapchat, I'll get like 100 times more followers.
Holy moly! So how do we find you? Okay, so how do you just Menace? MENASE?
No, I wish I was, but I'm just Menace FM.
Menace FM on Snapchat. Because people sometimes can't spell your name. He's like Menace to Society, which he actually is.
Yeah.
So Menace FM at Snapchat, and then you're at Menace on Twitter and at Menace on Instagram.
Yeah, correct. And you're Sex with Emily all across the board.
Oh, yeah, and I'm Sex with Emily on Instagram, too, which I'm going to do more of course. Snapchat. Okay, Menace, tell me more.
He's been saying that for a year.
Tell me about...
But, yeah.
Okay, so what are they hitting you up?
Crazy.
What was the number one most memorable thing that someone hit you up about, one of our listeners? What did they say?
Well, a lot of listeners, they'll like send me little clips of them listening to the show, and because you can write text on the video or the photo, and it says, "Oh, listen in Sex with Emily," and it's pretty cool. They just let me know that they're listening to the show.
I love it. That's so cool. We have so many more listeners. We've been doing this for almost 10 years, Menace, Sex with Emily, and it's just crazy how many more listeners we have every day. We've got hundreds of podcasts. And the thing is, I would tell you, is that we are always releasing more. Some of them are our best of, and they're evergreen, though. So if you see a podcast that says best of, and you're like, whatever, like a blowjob, giving you advice about oral sex 6 months ago, and if you hear it again now, it's the same thing, and you're going to learn, because our show is very, very smart and funny and educational. For example, today's show, we are going to be reading the emails that you sent to feedback@sexwithemily.com. We love hearing about you. We're going to read an email. Some of the topics are about getting and keeping an erection. Some people said that they want to know, the next email is about how to deal with your partner's ex. And then also how to do with your partner has another. If your partner is still, not divorced yet and they're starting a new relationship. The topic of the show today is outdoor sex. Because it is summer and I've got a great roadhead story, I thought we should give you creative ways to have sex outdoors. But not just like randomly, like go do it in your park. I'm giving you specific positions that work for each location. So it's a chock full show today.
Yeah, but you've been so anti-roadhead for years. Have you changed your mind?
I'm bringing it back. I'm not anti-roadhead. I just don't want people to get into accidents. Can't you pull aside? You know what I mean?
All right, because I used to be a strong supporter of it on the show when we would bring it up, and then you were so anti.
No.
So we'll get into it.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. And then I also want to say that, we've got lots of topics and lots of things that we're doing, so you could check it out. I was gone. Okay, so I haven't talked to you. So I had a birthday. I think we talked a little bit. I had my birthday, but I went away to Palm Springs for the weekend. Did we talk about this? No. I stayed at the Viceroy Hotel, which is one of my favorite hotels in Palm Springs, California. It was really beautiful. And the thing that was so remarkable was that there were so many couples there that you could tell were like married or had been together. They had wedding rings on. And they were there getting away from their kids or their family. And it was that big weekend getaway that we always talk about, like, vacation sex.
But it seemed like a lot of couples just don't connect. Like, it's like those couples you see in the restaurant who are like staring around the room and not looking each other's eyes. There's all these couples who were like not touching, they were like reading, and it just, they didn't seem that connected. And I was just wondering, like, I don't know. Like, I just hope if you go away with your partner on vacation that you like, here is my biggest issue, Menace. I was at this beautiful pool and everyone was sitting around on their cell phones. There were 4 couples and 8 phones out. And it made me, I left my phone in the room, believe it or not, because I'm actually on this anti-phone kick. Like when I walk my dog at night, like I'm living by the beach right now. Like I'm at the friggin' beach. I don't need my goddamn cell phone. So I just think it's good to have times with your partner if you want quality time to say, you know what, honey, let's leave our phones in the room. We're going to go sit by the pool. So that was just something interesting that I just see it more and more. We're so addicted. I mean, Menace, you are addicted even more than I am to your cell phone, right?
Oh my God, it's crazy. And you know what? You just gave me an idea.
Tell me.
Now because I got to go on a lot of vacations.
You do.
I have 13 trips planned, and shout out to if you fly a lot or go on trips a lot, download this app. It's free. It's called Trip It, and it will keep you completely organized. I love it. But so that's why I know how many trips I have coming up, and I just got a brilliant idea. See, the reason that I'm obsessed with my phone and I take it with me everywhere is I love taking photos of things. You know, I'm a huge Instagrammer, right?
Right.
So why don't I can buy this little Nikon camera that I can put in my pocket that's like size of a credit card. I should just get that, so then I can just, when I am on vacation, I can just leave my phone in my hotel room.
Exactly.
And then I'll post the photos later.
Exactly, Menace. That's exactly what you should do. I can't tell you. I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been just trying to have, even if it's like, oh, I'm walking my dog for 20 minutes or I'm running to the store, I don't need my phone all the time. Like, we don't have to be connected 24/7. And I think it it clears our head. You can think about other things, connect with yourself, read a book. I just think we're getting too crazy. But so, yeah, that's good. You should do that, Menace. And then don't they have phones? I mean, don't they have cameras now that you can directly upload, like you can directly upload to Instagram anyway from the phone?
Well, in Europe they do, but not here. In America.
So
you have to be in like a Wi-Fi area.
Okay, so here's another thing I want to say is that I was in my bathing suit for 3 days. It was 100 degrees at the beach. And I like freaked out. Like, so you know how we have all these sponsors that we love, and I only promote products or tell you about products that I actually believe in. Like, I'm not just like, oh, this is good, you should try it. I never have. So I'm at the beach for the first time. I lived in San Francisco for a long time. I don't have a tan. I don't even own bathing suits. Like, and we don't go outside. We don't sit by the pool. So I used this Crazy Girl Wannabe Naked Intimate Shave Cream. It's like this infamous, they used to call it the coochie cream, or they still do in some of their lines. It's the most amazing thing in the whole world because it prevents ingrown hairs, shave bumps, and it's good for all those tender places. So I was able to shave, and for the first time I had no weird bumps, and it's just the coolest product. But they've got tons of products on their website. Go to crazygirlproducts.com. Use coupon code Emily25 for 25% off anything at Crazy Girl Products. They've got and it's only like $13, and they've got this orgasm gel, they've got Diva Dust, they've got Max for Men, which is their men's line. So just check them out. I just love when a product works, and I'm excited, and I just wanted everyone to know. So that's my bikini. I looked not only good in my bikini, but I was unbumpy. Because don't you ever look down there and girls are bumpy and you're like, ew? Do you think that?
Yeah.
You've thought that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
If anyone's thought that, I know you've thought that. So yeah. I've also been, as you know, doing Loveline radio show on Thursday nights with Dr. Drew Pinsky. It's every Thursday. You can watch it, listen live wherever you are at lovelineshow.com. And it's amazing, Menace. You know how you and I both love live radio because that's how we started, and you still do live radio. But the callers we get, oh my God, after one, after the next, and it's so interesting, and so many young guys calling in about it's just a lot of younger kids, younger-ish, 18 to 28, people who are problem with orgasms, and people who got married too young, and how do they reignite their sex drive, and just I just love hearing from the people. But the interesting topic we did the other night, and I thought we should talk about for a second, is
we do this thing called open forum at 11 o'clock. And it was, what do you do if your partner has a higher sex drive than you, specifically women? So I feel like it's always been a stereotype in our culture that men have higher sex drives. Like men always want it and women are like, not tonight, honey, I've got a headache. But it was interesting, like all these women called in that they have higher sex drive than their partners. And I'm wondering, like, if you've heard that lately. Because I feel like I've heard that for years from women, more from women than men, that they want more sex than their partner. Like, do you hear that from like guys that you think, are there guy friends of yours who are like, dude, she wants to have sex every night and I'm exhausted?
Yeah, that guy from Scrubs, the main guy from Scrubs, forget his name. Jesus, he had a movie that he put out.
Zach Braff.
Zach Braff was just on Howard Stern, and he was talking about how his girlfriend has a bigger sex drive than he does.
Oh, that's interesting. See, it's everywhere. And so I think for these couples, I think that is really common. And what you have to do is talk to your partner about it, because what happens is people want to look elsewhere. And it's like, a lot of times men don't. The reason why men don't want to have sex is different than why women don't want to. Oftentimes men, they're feeling like maybe they're stressed at work, they're stressed about money, they're stressed about kids, whatever it is. Men who experience stress or anxiety in their life, which is a lot of people these days, it can have a direct impact on their sex life. So it's something you can talk to your doctor about, also medications. But that's interesting, Zach Braff. Yeah, I love him.
Yeah.
He's got his new movie coming out, huh?
Yeah, he raised about $2 million on Kickstarter for a movie that he wrote and wants to direct. It's called Wish I Was Here. So it's supposed to be out by next year.
Oh, that's amazing. I've heard about it. And then people were like pissed that he raised money through Kickstarter, but whatever. I think that's great.
So what?
Didn't you hear that? I read some article that people...
Because they can't do it.
Because they can't do it. But you know what? Kickstarter has raised more money, I heard, for like creative products than anything else. So another thing, Menace, before we get into everything else, so I'm answering some questions for a very popular women's magazine. Asked me to answer a bunch of questions for their I'll let you know what's on newsstands, but I'm not going to say who it is for yet. But first of all, Menace, you'll totally appreciate that. It's called, it's a women's magazine, but they did sex confessions from men. And I wanted just to get your advice on how you would answer this. If a guy says, these are confessions from men, I want a threesome with her friend. In your expert opinion, they ask, I just want to know what you think, Menace, is, forget the part that it's with her friend, just the guy that wants a threesome. I know my answer, but why do you believe a threesome is such a reoccurring male fantasy? It always is the number one fantasy for men. And I just want to know, being a man, and I don't even think it's your number one fantasy. I don't think you even want one, or you've had them, but you didn't like it. I can't remember. But why do you think that is? Off the top of your head.
If it's possible and the option is there, I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? Who doesn't find that extremely hot?
I know, but why? I mean, this is what I said. I think that, yeah. Okay, well, yeah.
I mean, at a certain point in males' lives, let's say early 20s, when their sex drive is huge, I mean, I think that would be an ultimate goal of theirs of like, oh, I don't have to just have one. I could have
exactly
two at the same time,
Right. I think that for men, like, their fantasy is to watch two women together. They love watching one woman, so watching two women making love to each other can be a massive sensory over the top turn on for men. And then
imagine
I think it's
three.
like,
oh my god,
3. Yeah, it's amazing. And then the other question I have for you, what did you say?
Imagine 3 women.
Oh my god, 3 women, crazy.
I'd rather do 3 women at the same time, because then I wouldn't have to like pay, I wouldn't be afraid of having to pay attention to one more than the other, because at least 2 of them can take care of each other.
Exactly.
While I'm working on one.
I mean,
you gotta have higher goals, people.
I know. Bring it exactly. Just a full-on orgy. No, but I have a lot of guys who are like, yeah, I had a threesome and it was overrated because all I found myself was really busy trying to please 2 women and I can barely please 1 woman. So that's something else I've heard.
Okay, the other question I have for you, Menace, because you're helping me answer. I already wrote these answers, but I'm like, this is so for Menace. It's about recording. This is a confession from a man. He says, I want to record us doing it and then watch it later on. And the question from the journalist to me was, why do men have an interest in it? What is it about watching themselves that is so hot? So Menace, you as a prolific home DIY sex tape maker at your house. I don't know if you do it anymore, but Menace has done a lot of sex tapes with women. He has not posted them on TMZ yet. But why, Menace? Like, seriously, deep, this is a real question. Don't make a joke, but like in your heart, like, why is it? Because you like watching it, you like making it. It's like, what do you watch them again? Like, it's explain to me what goes on, like why you desire this so.
Well, I think it's a lot of it is like guys love having memories of having sex with women because they feel like it's such an accomplishment. So also they want to have the videos because then they think, okay, well, I may never have sex with this person ever again. I love to have a memory of it, and then also I can, use it for masturbation later.
Right. And do you use it for masturbation later?
Yeah, I never watch any porns. I watch, if I want to watch a video, I just watch ones that I made myself.
Right, and you do that often. You bring the ones from rotation into rotation. When your girlfriend's at home.
When I
she doesn't listen. It's okay. What?
No, but I'm saying when I wasn't having a partner regularly, then yes, I would bust out the archives.
Okay, the archives. Right.
But I would never watch any other like website or anything like that.
Okay. Just curious what you had to say about that, Menace. And then what else with you? Anything else that you have to share? Like I miss you. I haven't talked to you, but I think I'm going to be there in San Francisco in a few weeks.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What else do I have to share?
I don't know. I just miss you and I love you. Tell me.
Oh, no. Again, just more traveling. August, I'll be, what's up to all our listeners in Chicago and Philadelphia. I'll be out there in August.
Great.
And I am, here's my newest obsession. I know it's not very sexy, but my new obsession, because it has everything I love, is buying stocks.
Is what? Buying stocks?
Stocks, of companies and stuff.
Yes, you're playing the stock market.
Yeah, because it has. I never realized this, but it has everything I love. I love spending money, right? I have a really bad problem of just loving. I'm not very frugal at all, right?
Right.
So at least I feel like I'm spending money on something. I'm getting something in return. And it feels like a little bit of gambling, which I love.
Right. But you got to be smart about it.
Living in San Francisco, you don't really, there's no really too many options where you can just go gamble right away if you wanted to. This way, I can gamble every single day. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, that's cool, Menace. Look at you making money.
At least with this, I get to keep a little bit of my money too.
Right.
I wish I was doing this. Earlier.
Well, you had to pay off your debt and all that stuff, but you did.
I had to pay off debt, and then I got so messed up in the head that my parents never let me spend my own money. Like anytime I've been working since I was like 15 and a half, 16 years old. They made me save all my money, all of it.
Wow.
And then just have a little piece. And then once I got my hands on my own money, I never learned anything from saving all the money. I'm like, damn, I finally have money. Now I can go get the things that I wanted, you know?
Right. Good. You're making decisions.
So I started going crazy.
Oh, you've been buying everything.
I'm an adult.
Well, I'm proud of you that you're making money, and that's all good. And then the truth is that, like money is a big thing in relationships. So I think it's smart that you're learning.
Totally.
Money, sex, kids, and I think those are the biggest three killers of relationships. Not that the kids are so bad, but how they deal with the children. And money issues. Couples don't talk about money issues and how they handle money. So that's, it's good to have a healthy attitude about it, I think. People are cheap as hell, whatever. And I just like, if a guy has a lot of money, then I have no questions as long as you spend it on me. Okay, let's move into. Not kidding, they don't have to buy me money. Although one of our listeners does want to send me a pair of shoes, size 7, again, which you know that I love. Okay, let's get.
I told you to make an Amazon wish list and put it on the Sex with Emily website and see if anyone gets it for you.
Should I do that? Okay, I'm putting up an Amazon wish list. Will you help me, Menace? We can put stuff on there for you.
It would just be interesting just to see, regardless, even if people don't buy you anything, what things does Emily actually
Oh my God,
want?
what I want. Well, I'll tell you what
I wouldn't even. I don't know. You're like a total hippie. I don't see I know you like fancy things, and like shoes wise, like Yves Saint Laurent and Gucci and all this stuff, like any other woman. But it's funny. Other than that, I would absolutely have no freaking idea of things that you would want in your life.
Oh my God, you think I'm a hippie?
It would be an interesting insight. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. I still don't even understand what you do with your day. I know you're very busy all the time and you work towards your brand, but outside your brand, I do not know what you do for entertainment.
I don't. I just work all the time trying to build my brand. I'm working on having more fun. I live near the beach, and you're right. And I've been a workaholic building my Sex with Emily brand, which is doing very well. And you're right. I don't know what the hell I do, but I would like a new iPhone, which I haven't gotten the new one yet, the 6 or the 5 or whatever's the one that I don't have. Whatever, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's just the 5
but
right now.
I definitely don't need sex toys because here's the problem. So as you know, I have a 5x5 storage unit that I had to rent just to fill with all the sex toys that I have. Because every company sends me, every day I get boxes and boxes and boxes, and it's hilarious. Like, I'm going to do something for our people, for our listeners, where I'm going to be giving away just some of these sex toys, as we often do, but I'm going to do a funny video of people coming to my storage unit, picking up their sex toys. So those will just be like for people in the Los Angeles area, but I'll also do it for listeners. But I think I mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned it yet, but there's like a huge deal. You know the original, the Hitachi magic wand is no longer Hitachi. So Hitachi was part of the whole, like television, whatever. It's now called it's the original magic wand, and they've actually improved it. It's like the Mack truck of all vibrators, plugs into the wall. They have improved it. It's brand new. And it is called the original magic wand, but it's a little better now. It's a little stronger. It's got a little, it feels a little differently. It's much more intuitive. The user experience is better. So go to goodvibes.com, use coupon code GVEmily20, and you get 20% off orders of $100 or more. Or just visit my products page, go to sexwithemily.com, click on Good Vibes. You can see all the toys that I pick. If you don't know what to buy your partner, or if you're looking for a beginner vibrator, I list all the best ones there. So that's goodvibes.com, one of my favorite places on earth. Okay, so I'm going to get in some emails because you love hearing from the people. Okay, dear Emily.
Oh my God,
what?
Emily, sorry.
Go, Menace, tell me.
Before I forget. Have you seen, you're living in Los Angeles now, but there was this video. I mean, ladies might find this attractive and funny, and some parts aren't funny, but this completely naked man was terrorizing people inside the BART station, which is our subway system in San Francisco. And he just went absolutely nuts and was doing acrobatics throughout the whole subway system. And has gone completely viral. And come to find out, this guy was like a circus performer. And I mean, complete like backflips, totally nude.
Oh my God, I think
doing
I
like
heard about
side
this.
cartwheels. Yeah, it is insane. If you're on YouTube, you didn't hear about it because you live on the East Coast or somewhere else around the world. You got to go on YouTube, type in Bart Crazy Naked Man. And it is absolutely freaking hilarious. The only part is he does like chase after some women and some old men and stuff like that and scare them a little bit.
Okay, so he's a little perverted. But
he doesn't harm them at all. But he does freak them out, and he just does like these insane handstands, like completely naked.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah,
send it to me.
I decided to share that for people.
Okay, I love it.
I'll send you a link.
Okay, so dear Emily, over the past several months, I've had trouble keeping and sometimes getting an erection. I have a very beautiful wife who is very sexy, but sometimes during sex, I lose the stiffness. I used to be able to any and all the time, but now I just don't know. Can you help this 43-year-old man? Due to work schedule, probably will miss your show. Please respond by email. Thanks, Fred. Sorry, Fred, I'm responding on the show. First of all, you're 43-year-old man. It's more common that way, for men in their 40s. So the first thing I would do is talk to your doctor about the problem. He might want to prescribe a medication for you, although I don't always say that's the first bet. But he'll also be able to look at your diet and the effect of any other medications that you're currently taking, like blood pressure medication, antidepressants, or if you drink a lot or smoke pot or smoke cigarettes, I don't know, whatever it is. There are a lot of things that can impact that. Also, when this happens, there are exercises that you can do. There's like the stop-start method. There's a great book called The Multi-Orgasmic Man. It doesn't mean that you need to have multi-orgasms, but it does teach these exercises that men can do. Not a lot of great things on the market. I mean, if you want to take Viagra, I don't know. I don't like to resort to medications. So I would say the first thing is to talk to your doctor, but also a lot of times, I don't know, you said it's just over the past several months, Fred, that this has been happening. So I'm wondering, like, if you have some extra stress in your life. A lot of times when men are experiencing like financial stress or stress with work or emotional turmoil, it will have an impact on their sex life and therefore their penis. So that's what I got to say about that. And remember, just because you can't keep hard or you have premature ejaculation, or you lose a stiffness, which is kind of a bummer, sometimes when you take your mind off it and you turn all your attention to pleasing your partner, just decide, you know what, I'm not getting hard right now. And you get in, you perform oral sex on her, use toys, play some games. If you let your mind drift to making her happy, you'll get your mind off of thinking about how hard you are, and you might just surprise yourself by getting a hard penis back again within 20 minutes of pleasing your partner. So just because you can't doesn't mean that she can't have fun as well. Don't forget that. Because a lot of times men are in their head and they're like, it's all over. But believe me, if a guy couldn't get hard, but he was like, Emily, I want to give you a back massage and perform oral sex on you for 6 hours, I'd be pretty goddamn happy. Not 6 hours, but you know what I mean.
Do you know what's crazy? Okay, I love Gawker, right? So anytime Gawker, anytime there's a sex tape that comes out, Gawker puts clips of it on Gawker.com. So there was the video of that teen mom who I absolutely cannot stand, and I do not know how Dr. Drew even deals with her. Her name's Farah. She's a complete freaking moron.
Okay.
So she came out the sex tape to try to pawn it off like, oh, it was a leaked tape, but she totally just had it made with this porn star. And so I looked at the clip, and it was weird because the guy's penis wasn't completely erect. It was weird. It was like erect halfway, and then the rest of it just seemed like it was just hanging there. So it was like just flopping around like crazy.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know how many penises have you dealt with in your life where it was just halfway there instead of just completely,
where it was half hard?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that happens a lot. What? That men are hard and they're not hard, or they can only get half hard, half erect, half mast. Yeah. I think it's really common that men go in and out of erections. Like they're really into it and they stop and get a condom, or she gets up to pee and then he gets soft again. So I think it's really common. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I don't know. I never encountered that before where, does Viagra should take care of that?
I guess, but I'm sorry, I missed the first part. Where did you see these penises that weren't hard and they were going hard again? Where did you see them?
It was on Gawker.
On Gawker, okay, a sex tape.
The Farah,
well, maybe it's because he had a video camera on him. That could be also. But
no, he was a professional porn star.
Oh, he was? Okay. I mean, I just think it happens. Who knows? He could be taking drugs. But a lot of men, I think that the men who get turned on by seeing their partner have pleasure as well can get it back on. And I think that once you get inside, they can get hard again. They can get a boner again. by seeing their partner having a lot of men get orgasms when they give their partner or get hard when they see their partner giving an orgasm, or they get soft while she's trying to get the condom on, but then he gets hard again when she gets it on. So I think it's common that it fluctuates. Totally common. Don't freak out about it. Okay. And I do believe, again, that a lot of premature ejaculation issues or a lot of staying hard issues, keeping an erection issues have to do with the mind and have to do with like, oh my God, it happened last time, it's going to happen again. And what I want to teach men, and I'm trying to think of some kind of like MP3 I can create for men with premature ejaculation to listen to, like a meditation, but it's all about your penis. And it's like, get out of your head and I know I say that all the time and people are like, but what the hell do you mean? Because a lot of us, especially when we're with a new partner, we think about like, does she like me? Does she think I'm attractive? Is my penis big enough? Am I doing the right thing? She's thinking, do my thighs look fat? I wish she'd turn the lights off. We're in our heads. And so what you have to do in that moment is go back to your body and think, what am I feeling in this moment? And go back to like, okay, my penis is inside her vagina. What does that feel like? Oh, I'm getting these tingling feelings in my spine. And for women, like just get out of your head. We're always in our heads. And maybe it's just because I'm neurotic. I don't know. A lot of us, we're in our heads. The phone's going off. You got to just go back to your breath. And if you can't even do that, just focus on your breath because it'll take you out of your head and into your heart and your body. How's that? That's what I feel. Okay. Because that's a big one, Menace. I'm always telling people to get out of their head and they don't know what I mean. So I had to just explain. Dear Emily, you said on Loveline that you feel a person needs to cut all ties with an ex in order to move forward. I've been with my boyfriend for 6 months now, and he is a bartender. When one of his exes comes to the bar, he is forced to interact with them. I trust him, but after hearing your comment, I'm having second thoughts about our future. Signed, Dan. Okay, so Dan is with a bartender, and this is the thing. I think what I was saying on Loveline, what I always think is that if you're with somebody, let's say you go through a painful breakup. And I want to hear what you say about this, Menace, too, because I think we agree, but you never know with us. But I think that if the relationship ended and you know that it's over and you want to move on and you can't seem to move on, you have to cut off all ties with this person, whether it means deleting their phone number, defriending them on Facebook, not going to the places that you know they're going to frequent. Don't become a psycho stalker. Don't ask your friends if they ran into them. You really need to cut those ties. Now, I'm not saying that you can never be friends again, but I'd say just for 6 months, it's like a detox. Like you almost become addicted to you might have been with them for 6 months, a year, 10 years, and it's just hard to get them out of your system. So you have to just, build a really full life without that person in it. And it's hard, but if you want to move on and you want to heal, the people who like talk to their exes every day and like it takes them a month to get all their stuff back from the apartment after they broke up are not really dealing in reality. And the sooner you get over your ex and the sooner you take measures to get over your ex, the sooner you'll move on. But with this guy who is a bartender, I mean, he can't exactly like, if they all live in a neighborhood and the ex comes in the bar, he can't say, you can't come into my place of employment. So I don't know, Dan, does he seem, is he flirty with this guy? He's thinking of breaking up with his boyfriend because his ex comes in the bar. But unless you think there's something going on with them, if he's just serving him a cocktail and that happened to be a hangout for all their buddies, I don't really think you need to break up with him. But if you notice some behavior where they're flirty or something's going wrong, then I would have a talk with them. But basically, the theory that you should end it with your ex, you know me, Menace. I'm friends with all my exes. My ex is the baby daddy to my dog 10 years later. But you have to just, I think to heal emotionally, you need to just cut, clean break, amputate. What do you think?
Yeah, totally. I don't know. Well, it's kind of hard also with social media these days, right?
I know. That's why you got to get them off your Facebook page. Not to
cut. It's hard because, I mean, some exes you are completely cool with, it just didn't work out.
Exactly.
You guys are cool. So you're friends on social media. But what sucks is like, you're dating somebody and they happen to know that these people are your exes. So even if something is completely innocent, and they're commenting on some photo you took or something like that, it does make the other person jealous, and then think there's more going on than just that.
I know. We've all become a city of, we've all become like a world of like professional stalkers. Like I can see every ex-boyfriend's vacation and baby and whatever. Like I don't need that. And I mean, those are my exes that I'm still friends with. But if it's a recent ex, you don't want to see what they did last night. Like you really don't, believe me. Get them on, or you can even block. You don't have to defriend them. You can block them, all their postings from your feed, right, Menace?
You can, yeah.
Okay.
But they also, I don't know. They pop up.
Okay. They do pop up sometime. All right. So here we go. Okay. Ooh, this is good. Dear Emily, my wife doesn't like me going down on her because she's so dry down there. If I can't go down on her, what other forms of foreplay can I do? She complains that there's not enough foreplay. However, not being able to go down on her is like taking away my best weapon. I've been able to do it with past girlfriends and have had success with it. Please help. Okay, so here's the deal. A lot of women... Okay, first of all, I believe that every couple needs a bottle of lubricant on their nightstand, okay? It is not... So what if she's dry? She probably there's a stigma attached to dryness in women. And so I think a lot of women are embarrassed. They're like, oh, he's going to think I'm not turned on. I'm not into him. But there are like dozens of reasons why women are dry, and they can be very turned on, but they're still dry. And so I think you should always have a lubricant nearby. There's lubricants that taste good. So if you really want to perform oral sex on her, you can get, a lubricant that has like a little taste to it, or I prefer tasteless lubes. I prefer ones that are just like you can't really taste it, but you can still perform oral sex on her. I like the mask oral strips. I think they're amazing. That's sexualflavors.com, FLAVORS. They're these like Listerine strips that you put on your tongue that mask the taste of semen, whatever. Those are just fun to play with because it could feel tingly on her. But as far as a lubricant goes, I actually have so I have tested every lubricant on the market, and in a month from now, I have a lubricant coming out that is what I believe is the best lubricant that's ever been made on the planet. And it's not just because I made it. It's because I partnered with one of the smartest people in the business. If you go to emilyandtony.com and put in your email address, we will email you when the lube is ready, which is in the next month. So Menace, so he wants to know what other forms of foreplay he can do. So you can't perform oral sex on her. You could play with her breasts very softly. I find that couples who are together for a while, I feel like a lot of men just kind of go right for the vagina, and they forget that the breasts, the nipples are really sensitive. The second most common type of orgasm is a nipple orgasm. I'm not saying she can have that, but you could give her massage. You could use a massage candle. You could warm her up in a lot of different ways. You could also play with sex toys together. Hopefully you're not one of these guys who's got a stigma using sex toys, because most women need the clitoral stimulation. If you go to goodvibes.com and use coupon code GVEmily20, you get 20% off any toys. They recommend the best couple vibrators. I love the Lilo little vibrators. I love the Jeju vibrator, the Mimi. So these are all different foreplay things. Take a shower together, get warmed up. And I don't know how old she is, but if she's dry down there, there's also could be something going on with her hormones, so she could get checked by her doctor. But I just think you got to get creative and ask her what she likes. Maybe she likes being kissed on the neck, the ears, whatever. Buy my book, Hot Sex, over 200 things you can try tonight. There's great things there. Buy it on Amazon. So that's the deal. Menace, have you been with a woman and you suspect if she's dry, you think that you haven't turned her on yet? Like, what do you think?
No, just women sometimes are naturally dry. I learned that from you.
I love when you learn things from me. I know, Menace. You're so cute.
I know it's very rare, but I do listen.
You do listen to me. Oh my God, I miss you. Okay, so let's get into our topic. Those were some great emails. Again, you can always email me at feedback@sexwithemily.com. So I figured outdoor sex, it is summertime, lots of people taking road trips, which you love taking road trips, don't you? Or no, or do you fly everywhere?
Yeah, I got one planned at the end of the month.
Okay, good. Are you coming to LA and not calling me just so I can prepare?
Yeah, that's why I didn't say LA.
That's cool. Whatever.
But it's like 24 hours. I don't got time. I would,
honey,
if
whatever.
I could, but I can't.
You do. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, so Roadhead. Funny, my friend just called me this morning and said that she was dating this new guy. They were driving from actually San Francisco to LA, and she gave him Roadhead, and he was so excited that he came in 2 minutes, and he came all over himself, and they had to pull over, and he had to wash off. But he came in 2 minutes. It's dangerous. Pull over to the side of the road. Don't do it while you're driving. But wouldn't that be kind of fun if a girl started performing oral sex on you on the side of the road, and then you had to exit? When was the last time?
On the side of the.
Well, like, you know, while you're
road?
driving and then you exit the highway so you don't lose control of the wheel. I don't want anyone to get in an accident because I said you should perform Roadhead.
I think you should, be able to control the vehicle. I mean, if it's at night and it's on a freeway where there's really no one around, there's some here in our area where it's just like absolutely dead. There's no one there. You don't really have to pull over. Then you're super suspicious. But,
I don't know. Just play with each other. You could stick your fingers inside her.
I see the safety.
Yes, I don't know. I'm just trying to be a safe sex person. But whatever. If you can handle your operate heavy machinery and get a blowjob, good for you. So outdoor sex.
Yeah, but
what'd you say?
I don't know. That's kind of messed up, though. She let him, get all over himself. That's stupid.
Well, she didn't realize she would swallow, but she didn't realize that he was about to have it. It happened so fast. He was so excited. Anyway,
I mean, like, when I don't know.
Whatever.
She should have.
It just got me thinking about Roadhead. Okay, it's not a great story, but it's about Roadhead, and Roadhead is fun. And you can also play with her if she's driving. So it's an equal opportunity thing. Women can get Roadhead too. You can perform Roadhead on her.
Yes.
Okay, outdoor sex. It's the summer. Yay. Okay, so outdoor sex might not be legal in all places, probably most places, but you can be discreet. And you can also, it can be really like just a way to spice things up as long as you're going to be outdoors this summer having fun. It's really hot for a lot of couples, and it's just because it's something different. It's sort of the unknown. What if someone catches us? But you can also use discretion as you plan your outdoor exploits because it's generally, like I said, not legal and not appreciated by a lot of passerbys. But if you're worried about getting caught, I think you can just experience the thrill by fooling around on your apartment's balcony to start, or in your backyard, or a garage, or a pool. Just make sure the fence is high enough so the neighbors don't get a free show. From there, you can then add more scandalous spots. So women, to prepare, should wear a skirt with no panties or a little sundress or whatever, and guys need pants that unzip so it's easy to make a quick and at least semi-clothed getaway in case you have to make a mad dash for it. So if you want to pick a place, the beach is a good place, although I have a problem with the sand getting in places that I don't want it. So I would say you could go in the water. You're weightless in the water, which provides the perfect cover for friskier activities. So the beach, you could go on the sand, but bring a blanket, but also like the beach and like the shallow water. Have you done that? Hot. You could also try something grittier like a public restroom or in your favorite club. You could choose somewhere safe and secluded and put a blanket or a jacket between you and the paint job for comfort if you're on the hood of your car. I was going to say you should do it on your car. Getting off the beaten track, you might be overtaken by feelings of passion when out on a hike. I did this once with a guy I was dating. We had just started dating. We were in our honeymoon phase. We went on a hike in beautiful Northern California, and we had a little picnic plan, and we kind of, moved the picnic off the beaten path and had sex in the woods, and it was sunny and beautiful, and it was really, really hot. So no one saw us. We went off the track. It was fun. Yeah, it was really fun. I mean, it was I don't know. I mean, it's just it's hot. I will always remember that. I will always remember that experience because it was just something different. So, you can also go on a camping trip, a erotic camping trip. Find a spot that's semi-remote, obscured by trees, behind big rocks. You could also set up a rustic but romantic campsite with a comfortable air mattress in your tent and do stuff like that. You could do it in your backyard. So let's just say you don't want to go outside yet. Your home turf is a great place to experiment. The beauty of the backyard is that it offers all the sensory benefits of an outdoor experience while still giving you privacy, especially if you get behind a hedge or a fence. So a great position if you're doing it in your backyard is reverse cowgirl. Have him sit on a lounge or lounge chair with his legs outstretched, then straddle him so you're facing his feet. Place your hands on his thighs and plant your feet on the ground on either side of the chair, then move up and down to stimulate the sensitive nerves at the opening of your vagina. Another option, have him recline so he's lying down, which allows for deeper penetration. So there you go. I just told you all to have a hot summer night in your backyard if you have a fence and the neighbors are watching or turn off the lights. That's kind of hot. Have you had sex outside, Menace?
Outside? I'm trying to remember if it's ever been outside. I mean, it's definitely been like public bathrooms and stuff like that.
Yeah, I never wanted to do that. I don't want germs.
Out in the actual wilderness, I do not believe that has happened, but in the car has definitely happened numerous times.
Right.
Yeah, just not just not one with nature has happened.
Right. Okay, so I'm giving you ideas. Okay, here's another thing. In the woods, next time you're hiking, but I'm going to give you a position now. Next time you're hiking or mountain biking with your guy or girl, stop and work up a different kind of sweat. There's something very raw and primal about having sex in nature, so a good position is doggy style. Lean on a big rock or tree for support while he enters you from behind. This will keep the sticks from getting up your butt. His hands can stroke your other hot spots and you can arch your back for deeper penetration. I like that idea. Again, water, not just the ocean, but shower. So getting wet can be wild. Being immersed in water or standing in a stream of it feels pleasurable since your skin can become more sensitive to touch when wet. So whenever we're wetter, like whether it's through water or lubricant, it just feels more sensitive. So it's really great to use water as your lubrication, but sometimes it can wash away your natural lubrication, which is when you can use a silicone-based lube. But the best position is standing up. So if you're in the shower, wrap your legs around his waist. Have him lean up against the wall and push your swimsuit bottom to the side for easy access. Throw your arms around his neck while he grabs your butt to control the pace. That could be in the water. And then finally, which I think is so peaceful, on a boat or a raft. Again, water, super sensual, soothing, hot summer night. Instead of taking an actual dip, float above by having sex in a boat or a sturdy raft on a quiet lake. I was on a raft it was so nice. I wanted to have sex, but I wasn't with someone to have sex with. But I was on a raft when I was at this hotel in Palm Springs. It was just so peaceful. And all these couples, I was like, why aren't they having sex and doing it? Because they weren't touching. I told you. That's how I opened the show. But I was thinking the water is a very sensual place. So just think of some fun things, something to mix it up this summer when you're outdoors having fun. That's what I got for you on our topic. What'd you say?
I said, hell yeah.
Hell's to the yes. And then what else, Menace? We'll be doing a show again next week. We've got lots of shows coming up.
Yes. Please download the Stitcher app. You can listen. It's totally for free. You can listen to Sex with Emily on the Stitcher app. It's for your iPhone, for your Android, for your tablet. It's STITCHER. Just type in sex or type in Sex with Emily or just Emily Morris, and you can stream it on the go.
It's works the best app ever. People, because a lot of people don't realize that. They think they have to download it from iTunes. I mean, you just have this app, Stitcher, and you can listen to all your favorite podcasts, which hopefully mine is at the top of the list. It's awesome. So yeah, download Stitcher, and that's a great thing. And then Menace, you can find Menace at Menace, and then your website. Do you want to give out a website right now? You're always changing your things.
Yeah, I'm just
Instagram.
Just
what?
Follow me Instagram, Menace on Instagram. That's my favorite. And all the people on Snapchat. There's apparently a ton of our listeners on Snapchat. So Menace FM on Snapchat.
Okay, I'll check out Snapchat too, I think. I love everyone. I love my listeners. I love hearing from you. I've been getting so many emails. You know, Menace, we always get a lot of emails with questions from listeners, and I'm trying my best to get to all of you, and because I just want to help the world have better sex, because that's why we're all here on the planet. When we have better sex, we're in a better world. Remember, go to my website, sexwithemily.com.
Put in your email address. I will not spam you, but you will get the 5 mistakes you're making in bed. If you're a man and a woman, you can select. And I think you really like the report. Let me know what you think of it. And thank you so much, Menace. I adore you to pieces. And thanks, everyone, for listening to Sex with Emily. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com.
So you know I'm obsessed with candles, right? Have you ever heard of massage oil candles? Okay, so get this. I always light candles when I'm enjoying a glass of wine with friends, and recently they were over and I lit 3 candles for my new line called Emily and Tony. My skin felt really dry, so I went ahead and poured some of it on my hands and I gave myself a quick massage. My friends were stunned that I did this and immediately were obsessed. And here's why. See, these candles are really aromatherapy massage oils that when warmed like a candle, they melt into the most luxurious body oil that is super hydrating, leaves your skin feeling and smelling amazing, and it's perfect for massaging your partner or yourself. You can use it during foreplay, and you know me, I'm a firm believer in foreplay. They come in delicious flavors like creme de vanilla, cocoa, and fougere. Not just that, they look great in your home. So help us keep this podcast free. Check them out today at emilyandtony.com. And you're welcome.